everybody, and welcome to today's video. My name is Kaylee and I'm an INFJ 9 Wing 1, and today I'm here with my father-in-law who is a Counterphobic 6 Wing 5. Today we're doing his interview. Paul, is there anything you'd like to say before we start?
That wasn't on the list.
He didn't have time to prepare. Oh no, I'm bad. Before you guys go, make sure you check out the description box below to see a link to my website. I'd love to have an appointment with you and help you guys learn about the Enneagram one-on-one. All right, let's get into this. So, how did you discover what type you are?
Well, we talked about it a little bit, and we thought I was an 8, but then as we went on, we kind of got into that whole fear thing and the conquering of fear, which kind of spoke to me. Yeah. And that's how we kind of decided the counter 6.
Was it? Yeah, I remember my sister Grace and I were on a walk, and she was like, you know, I've been spending some, like, she had gone to lunch with us all together a few times, and she was like, I'm an 8. We can't both be 8s. So then we started thinking about it, and I was like, let's look at this a little bit.
Yeah.
I remember it took you a long time of thinking about what a type 6 was and what that really meant. The loyal skeptic, what that really is.
Yes, and I would say that I'm skeptical enough to know that I'm still not sure.
Okay, how do you notice your Wing 5 in your everyday life?
Well, my job kind of depends on being very accurate with my thoughts, and I think that precision really comes out, and I think that naturally helps me in what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay. What do you consider to be your biggest achievement?
My family. I think I've raised 2 pretty good kids.
I think they're pretty good.
Yeah, and I got a happy marriage. It's probably the biggest accomplishment.
Yeah. Okay, nice happy family. Okay, what are your 3 best qualities?
So, probably the one that comes to mind is that I seek truth in such a way that I am willing to change my views when I see that my previously held views are no longer correct. I don't go and try to make excuses for, well, yeah, but this, and you know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and you know, I will admit that and move on, because I'm willing to go ahead and eat the shame of being wrong in the past so that I can be right in the future. And I think that's really helped me a lot in life. I think I was only able to do that once I kind of got a little bit of confidence under my belt. Other good qualities. Yeah, we were just joking around before. Yeah, that's the only good quality I've got.
And I said, well, you're pretty kind, and you're mostly humble.
No, not kind.
You're honest.
No.
You're intelligent, but that's just flattery at this point. Okay, when do you feel the most confident, and when do you feel the most insecure?
Most confident would be when I'm dealing with anything that I am very competent with. And I've got a few of these things that I'm highly competent at. And anytime I'm in that realm, then I feel good. What I hate is when maybe one of my buddies will joke around with me in the presence of a stranger. like a new person to the group. I do not like looking like the fool with a stranger, with a new acquaintance.
Someone you don't quite have in your circle yet.
Yeah,
Or you don't
yeah,
quite
I
trust yet.
really, I do hate that.
Okay, what does your inner critic tell you?
That this world would be better off without me, that I should never have been born, that, you know, my life is worthless, you know.
Yeah, and I can see that is, and like in the way I would think about it, that is where you can see that 6 kind of going to 3, the unhealthy parts of a shame type, you know, getting in that I'm not doing enough or I'm not good enough. I'm just worthless altogether.
Yes. And it's what's interesting is as I've gotten older, I can kind of feel it happening, and just feeling it and knowing that it is happening it helps me to know, you know, okay, this is not real. Even though it seems very, very real at the time. You know, it's
just
not real, and it's going to go away. And, you know, I think that's some experience.
Yeah. Oh, well, at your age, you've got to have some experience.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, what is the best feeling in the world and the worst feeling in the world?
The best feeling in the world is if I've had some difficulty or something that I've been struggling to accomplish, and finally breaking through, maybe something that I was scared of, that I can finally bring myself to do, something that was very difficult, finally figuring out how to do this thing. Those are the best feelings.
Yeah, overcoming things.
Overcoming, yeah, any kind. I love it. The more the struggle, the more the challenge, the more difficult it was, then the more rewarding. And so, like, you know, I've got people that say, well, you know, they wonder, because I'll say, if I'm not frustrated, I'm not having fun. You know, and they can't relate to that, because, you know, it's like, I'm cussing here, I'm cussing there.
Yeah.
But this is good, because, you know, I'm going to break through, and I love that.
What's funny is you don't do like word puzzles and Scrabble and that kind of thing, but you could definitely be grouped into the type of people that do word puzzles and Scrabble for fun.
Yeah, it's just the things I like to do are just a little different than that, you know. So.
Okay, and what is the worst feeling?
Oh.
That one, yeah.
When my kids are fighting, I hate it. That will sometimes trigger those feelings of why was I ever brought into this?
Conflict going on. Why did I do it? Yes. Well, all the decisions I've ever made led me to this moment.
Yes, exactly. I hate that. Oh.
Yeah, I feel like conflict is not my favorite either. Okay, what keeps you up at night?
Very little.
The dog barking?
Very rarely will that ever wake me up. I sleep really well. However, I'm even reluctant to say this.
Why are you reluctant to say this?
Just because it sounds so... I hate people that say this, what I'm going to say.
Okay, so we've made it clear, okay? You're not like these other people who say this. Go ahead.
The thing that kept me up late, the last time I kept up late, it was a feeling of overwhelming thankfulness. I was very thankful. just the blessings I have received, it's totally undeserved, totally unmerited. I've just been given so much.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
That's good. That's good. Some of these other interviews, if you guys have watched any of the other interviews, you might notice how some of them say, like, thoughts of killing myself. And I'm like, oh, okay. And, being kept up at a nice thing is good. All right. What do you like to do to unwind?
I like fly fishing and I like surfing. That's my two current things that I do. Lots of times I generally stick to two.
Two big hobbies at a time.
Yeah. I used to shoot a lot, but now I'm getting more and more blind. And what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you definitely have more hobbies than almost anyone else I know.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, that, like, you consistently keep up with your hobbies, too. I think that's pretty good.
Well, I work to live. I do not live to work.
Yeah. Yeah, that is the difference. How do you notice yourself going to your health and stress points? So 9 in health and 3 in stress.
Well, like we kind of talked about, like when I go surfing, it can be terrible conditions, but if I can just get one good wave, or even like one good turn on a wave, I am content. It's good. Everything is right in the world, and it's just good.
And then seeing yourself go to your stress point of 3.
Yeah, that's where it's just this it's fake. I feel like it's just totally, it's not even real. It's just this fake, why are you here? What have you ever done? It's just, but I know that it's not real. And my struggle is more and more convincing myself sooner and sooner that yes, this is not real.
Yeah.
And that's, as I've gotten older, it's become easier.
So yeah, going to those bad feelings and feelings of self, kind of, in going to that 3.
Yeah. I'll tell you, when I was younger, I don't know, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, those times would last for days, maybe weeks. And now I get that and it lasts an hour. So I don't know if anybody struggles with that, maybe that would help them.
Yeah.
Just to know that
it's something you can overcome.
Yes, and maybe it'll take you forever to overcome it, but if you're like me, it's one of the things you
get to do.
It's an accomplishment to overcome that. I kind of take pride that I see this for what it is now, and I can handle it so much better.
Yeah.
Now during that hour, it is not fun.
Yes.
But it's
coming out on the other side.
Yeah.
You can say, oh, I came out on the other side of that because I'm not actually all these bad things my brain is telling me.
Yes. Even though it seems real, it's not necessarily real.
Yeah.
So.
That's something that takes, I think, it can take a very long time for anyone to learn that of, just because I feel this way doesn't mean my feelings match reality.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and last question. What are you tired of hearing people say about type 6s?
I guess that type 6s are the big scaredy cats that are ruled by fear and stuff, and I see why they say that, but it's like, you know, I love conquering these fears, and you know, the biggest rush in life is to kind of attack them, and that's,
yeah,
I hate
being a slave to fear.
Yes, I hate being a slave to fear, and I hate people thinking that, you know, oh, yeah, he's just scared. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. And you being the counterphobic 6, that's why it was kind of difficult for us to pinpoint you as a counterphobic 6 instead of an 8, because a lot of the things you hear about 6s is a very similar thing. Not a lot of them talk about how, yes, the counterphobic 6 is still focused. Like, they're still very much, you know, their life kind of revolves around fear in a way, in that they're going to not be controlled by it. They're going to get over it. They're going to, you know, show fear who's boss. Whereas the other 6s are, they're bossed around by their fear.
Yeah.
Or at least the unhealthier 6s might be a little bit more controlled or stuck in this fear, and, you know, this mentality that the world is out to get them and they can't do anything about it.
Yeah. What I used to do, one of my hobbies used to be windsurfing. And there's this maneuver you would do. You jump up way in the air and then throw yourself over the handlebars and do this flip in the air. And you know, it's pretty scary. And one of the biggest things I got myself to do was to actually do that, and that was just like this huge. It was a huge accomplishment of getting over that fear. It was so fun.
Yeah, that's great. Do you have anything else you'd like to say before we go?
Yeah, you know, like this confrontation, you know, we talk about the 6s with the confrontation. One thing I notice is that it's so easy to confront somebody that I know is bad. And it's so hard to confront somebody that I know isn't bad.
Isn't bad, but is being bad.
Yeah, it's like, or it's just, or like if I feel sorry for them, I just like, I cannot bring myself to confront them at all. It's just like, why don't you just be a bad guy?
Yeah, why can't you just not be bad? Can you just stop being bad? Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully that helps you.
Yeah, thank you. Well, thank you, Paul, for sharing.
All right.
Make sure you guys leave a comment and tell Paul how great he did today.
Oh, boy.
I know. And you might even become a member of his trusted inner circle.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it. That'd be an amazing feat. I'll see you guys in a video soon, and have a great day. Bye.